Stop 35 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Phoenix International Raceway, Phoenix, Arizona. As we got 2 races away from the finish in the series. Going to be a great day of racing here today. It's the running of the Subway Fresh Fit 500 for 47 laps of action here on this 1 mile racetrack at Phoenix. And boy, what a great season's been. And we got an interesting points battle going on here between Kyle Matthews and Charles Sanford for the championship. But neither driver is on the pole is on the front row for today's event. And let's get the strong line for today's event at Phoenix. On the pole and racing with a heavy heart, obviously, as of this episode. This race here actually is taped on May the 9th. So, but anyway, this racing with a heavy heart. And on the pole is Trent Dunham. And you know he liked to win one for his grandmother, whom he lost on, as of this episode, yesterday. To give you an idea, today is May the 9th. And so, anyway, but Trent's on the pole for today's event. He is actually comes in this race 4th in the points, I believe, coming in. He'll be alongside Kev Shear, the DuPont Chevrolet car 24. He's on the outside. Neither driver has won this season. Same can't be said for those two. Keith Batson, who won this season in Atlanta, is in the 88 Ford Quality Care Service Ford Credit Ford. He's on the inside of the second row. And Joshua Osborne, winner of the Winston 500 at Talladega, he starts in 4th position in the 42 Belson Mobility Chevy. Third row, Dylan Young in the Miller Lite Ford car number 2. And Andrew Perry in car 33, the winner at Michigan, the Skull Chevrolet. 4th row, Cole Deaver, car 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, and beside him, Dalton Day, car number 20, the Home Depot Pontiac. 5th row has Dylan Poteet, in car 22, the Caterpillar Chevrolet. He's third in points coming in, and moving her way up to 6th in the points after her win at Rockingham. Jessica Shelton, 4 wins on the season. Her other wins include Riverside, Sonoma, and Darlington in the Southern 500. Row 6 has the 43, I should say, of Joshua Collard. He's alongside of the 60 Power Team Chevrolet, 2nd place in the points. Charles Sanford, he's 82 behind Kyle Matthews coming into this event. Next row down has Levi McIntyre, 3-time winner this season, including Martinsville, Rockingham, and North Wilkesboro. And he'll be alongside car 36, the M&M Pontiac of Watkins Glen winner, Jesse Turner. Next row down has the winner at the second Martinsville event, Seth Cole in the Georgia Pacific Paper Sparkle Dodge, car 44, and car 71, John Arndt, the Team Rotary Chevrolet. He won at Auto Club this season. Next row down has the championship leader, Kyle Matthews, in car 5, the Kellogg Chevrolet. Beside him will be car 26, will be the Discover Card Ford of Chelsea Bowles. She won the 600 at Charlotte. Next row down has Matt McIntyre in the 7 Sirius XM Satellite Radio Dodge. He'll be alongside Jonathan Sorlin in the 48 Chevrolet. Next row down, Quentin Moore, car 21, the Citgo Ford, and the 17 DeWalt Tool Chevy of Jason Haywood. Next row down, Zach Flickinger in car 41, the Target Dodge, and Johnny Gardner in car 28, the Texaco Haviland Ford. Next row down has the winner of the Food City 500 at Bristol this season, Mike Becker in the Sprint PCS Dodge car 45, and Route 66 Jeans Big Kmart Route 66 Jeans Big Kmart Ford of Jordan Anderson. He's on the outside. Next row down has car 31, the Lowe Chevrolet of Michael Turner and Daniel Olson in the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet car 29. Next row down, JT Bryant, car 02, the Alltel Ford. And he'll be alongside car 25, the Michael Holligan Chevy of Ryan George, 2-time winner this season. Bryant also a 2-time winner as well. Kat Tellier, the winner at the 500, the NASCAR Speed 500 at Charlotte, is down in the next row down and tied Ford car 10. And 2-time winner Emmanuel Hartnett, the single Rouse Dodge. He won at New Hampshire and the Daytona 500 this season. Next row down has Benjamin Miles in the Valvoline Ford car number 6 and number 12, Becca Tellier, the winner of the Brickyard 400. Next row down, Dougie Shears, 3-time winner this season in the Square D Chevrolet car number 55, and Andrew Davis, car 18, the Interstate Barriers Pontiac. He won at Texas. Zachary Fitzwater is the next row down, car number 97 in the John Deere Ford. He won the season in the second start at Dover.
Drivers, start your engines!
Commands from Guinness Engines, so it's racing here today. He'll be alongside the second Pocono winner, Matt Haas, in the number 8 Budweiser Chevy. Next row down, Joshua Sikulian, car number 19, the Dodge Dodge. He won a second start at Richmond. And the number 23, Winston Noble Ford of Carson Gum. And starting shotgun on the field is Chris Dodd in car 15, the Napa Auto Parts Chevy. Of course, this race will be uploaded at a later date, obviously, than May the 9th, but that's what we said, though. Yesterday, that's what we said yesterday as of this episode, though. Trent Dunham lost his grandmother, of course, unfortunately for him. So Trent, would love to win one for his grandma, and of course, racing, as I said, with a heavy heart. And let's see what he does. Let's see what happens here today at Phoenix as he leads the right field down to the green flag. Cab Shearer starts on the outside of the front row, an all Chevy front row here. Then you got Ford Chevy second row, and a Ford Chevy third row, and then a Chevy Pontiac fourth row, and a Pontiac Ford fifth row. So here we go. The green flag waves, and the Subway Fresh Fit 500 is on. Cab Shearer had a bad start, but look at Keith Batson, car 88 to the inside. Batson, the winner this season at the Napa Know-How 500 in Atlanta. He shuts Trent up the track, and here comes Batson in that Ford. Going to the inside lane, he'll take the lead, I think. Oh, that was close. Who led the first lap? Batson led the first lap of the race here from third starting position. Joshua Osborne will go for third position. Fourth will be Cole Deaver in number 3. Cab Shearer dropping to fifth, maybe sixth position as Andrew Perry goes underneath. And here come the Dillons, Young and Poteet. Dylan Young will dive inside of Cab Shearer for position there. Collard goes inside of Poteet. Poteet up the track here. Seth Cole goes underneath for position. On board Seth Cole's car. He won the season at the second race at Martinsville. And Cab Shearer still having trouble getting plugged to the inside of the track. Seth right now running in 9th position behind his buddy Cab Shearer in the 8th spot. And meanwhile, Dylan Poteet under fire now from Levi McIntyre in number 99 as they try to get position here. Jessica Shelton right there behind as well as is John Arndt. And meantime, Kyle Matthews losing a spot to Charles Sanford. Sanford, we said, lost 12 points to Matthews the last race on the tour at Rockingham. So Charles is now 82 back of the leader coming into this event at Phoenix, and he hopes to gain a big bunch on Matthews going into the finale at Homestead if he wants to really make a race out of it for the championship. And so too does Dylan Poteet. Poteet is right now coming in third in the points chase, but he's a little more than 100 points back of the leader. So, if things go right, we may have a 3-way at Homestead as well for the Cup Series Championship. And you're on board with one of the drivers who has won multiple championships. Jessica Shelton, the number 94 McDonald's Ford, 3-time champ of the series. She won the last up on the tour at Rockingham in the AC Delco 400. And also won one of the big races this season, the Southern 500 down in Darlington. Jess right now rides in 12th position right there behind Dylan Poteet in the 22 car. McIntyre up to the 10th position now in the 99 XI Riders Ford. He's had a pretty good season, 3 wins this season, including the first Rockingham event. He also took the first Martinsville event. As you got a battle of the Martinsville winners here, Cole and McIntyre. And Levi, of course, also won the second stop at North Wilkesboro. Seems like your multiple winners that have all won on either short tracks or the 1-milers. And now Levi dives inside his buddy Seth Culver position here, and the battle is really tightening up for the lead right now between Trent Dunham and 1 and Keith Batson in 88. Batson driving a 1999 Ford Taurus, and here comes Trent Dunham to the inside lane. Looking for position. He does not get it. Trent, by the way, coming in this race, we said 4th place in the points. He has not won since, I believe, season 15 at Darlington. So Trent's been on a bit of a losing streak himself as well, but yet he's having a good season at the moment. And, of course, Keith Batson knows all about what losing streaks are all about himself, but he had finally had it broken at the Napa Know-How 500 down at Atlanta Motor Speedway, where he held up a hard-charging Dougie Shears for the win. Batson pitching that car sideways into turn number 1. Of course, that's that short track experience. Of course, racing up in the tracks like Oxford Speedway up in his native state of Maine. In fact, you got a North versus South battle right there, really here. Batson from up in Maine and Dunham from down in Texas. And then you got another Southern person, Kentuckian Joshua Osborne in 3rd spot. Andrew Perry running in 4th, the winner of the second race at Michigan Speedway this season. Cole Deaver, who won the first stop at Dover this season in the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet car number 3. He rides 5th. Dylan Young in 6th position in the Miller Lite Ford. Battling with Cab Shear, the outside pole sitter. He's dropped to 7th. 8th is Joshua Collard. 9th now is Levi McIntyre. Seth Cole in 10th position. Dylan Poteet in 11th. Battling now with Jessica Shelton in 12th. John Arndt going 13th. 14th right now is Dalton Day. Charles Sanford 15th. 16th is Jesse Turner. And Kyle Matthews running in 17th position. 18th is Matt McIntyre. Chelsea Bowles 19th. 20th is Zach Flickinger. Quentin Moore 21st. 22nd position right now is Jonathan Zorlin. Michael Turner 23rd. Johnny Gardner battling now with Ryan George for position. That's 24th and 25th. Gardner running 24th. And Ryan George matching his car number in 25th position. The Michael Holligan Chevy. His wins came this season at the night race at Bristol, and he also took the second stop at Talladega. Jason Haywood running 26th position. 27th is now Jordan Anderson, who had a great run in the NRSL Meliella Series event. 28th is Mike Becker. 29th, Becca Tellier, the winner of the Brickyard 400 down in Indianapolis. Carson Gump up to the 30th position. Started this race in 40th position, so he's moved up a little bit. JT Bryant in 31st spot. 32nd is Benjamin Miles. 33rd right now is Joshua Sakuli. 34th is the second Dover winner, Zachary Fitzwater. Dougie Shears, his bad luck running continues in 35th position. He's won 3 times this season, winning the winning at North Wilkesboro in the First Union 400. He also won the first stop at Michigan, and he also won the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. So he at least has one of the big race wins. Kat Tellier, the winner of the NASCAR on Speed 500 down in Charlotte. She runs in 36th position and the leader of the Rookie of the Year points. Chris Dodd in 37th. Darn pace car. 38th is Daniel Olson. 39th, Andrew Davis. 40th is Emmanuel Hartnett, the Daytona 500 champ. And running last is Matt Haas as we continue to watch this battle for the lead. And boy, it's getting hot and heavy between Keith Batson and Trent Dunham. They have battled like this all race long so far. Ford versus Chevrolet. In fact, you got Ford versus 4 Chevrolets behind them. Dunham trying to look for any weakness out of that 88 car. Batson keeping that car on the low side of the track. Trent goes up the high side. Here comes Osborne going to the inside lane, but cannot muster enough speed to catch up to Trent. Still early on in the event. This will complete 19 laps, and we still have 28 laps to go here at Phoenix International Raceway. Check to see if there's any battles going on the racetrack right now. There's Collard, there's Seth, and now Levi McIntyre is now in the clutches of Dylan Poteet in 22. And we got a problem here. That's Becca Tellier in 22. or the 12 car, I should say, excuse me. And she has got a big problem in the Mobile 1 Ford. We saw Ryan George had this problem in the NRSL Melly Yellow Series event. And Becca dropping it down to 45 miles an hour on pit road. And she'll come in for an unscheduled pit stop. And no, she's out of the race. And it's a camshaft problem is what happened for Becca for the Brickyard 400 champion. So a bit too hard on the cam was Becca Tellier. That's one of the KEB Enterprises cars as well. And speaking of KEB Enterprises, that's the leader of the team, Keith Batson, leading the event here. And in fact, 3 of the KAB cars have won this, including Keith himself at Atlanta. Becca was winner at Indy, and of course, Kat was the winner at Charlotte. So all 3 of them were on the intermediate tracks. The only one that's yet to win out of that bunch is Jason Haywood in 17, and he right now rides in the 27th position, unfortunately for him. And so coming to the start-finish line, next time by will be halfway home here at Atlanta. Here at Phoenix. Where are we, James? We are at Phoenix, not Atlanta. I had Atlanta stuck on my mind here. Anyway, battle going on now. Dylan Young shut up the track here. Kev Shear goes inside in 24. That's for 6th position. Young in the number 2 Ford. Kev Shear flying the Jeff Gordon car. It's a 24 DuPont car. Kev dives inside. He'll take position from Dylan Young as they come off turn number 2. There's another one. There's one of our championship contenders, Dylan Poteet. Poteet is a long shot to go for that championship there as he comes to this race. I think he was 112 points behind the leader points-wise. He was in 3rd position in points there after having a solid string of good runs. And he's been one of the big mover-uppers in the field, along with the 94 Jessica Shelton, whose season started off kind of feast or famine. But she has come on in the late part of the season, up to the 6th place in the standings coming in. So Shelton having a strong second half of the season for herself there. 2 wins in the late stages of the season, and of course adding on to her 2 road victories early on in the year. And now inside goes Charles Sanford inside of Dalton Day for position. That's for the 14th spot. Then you got Jesse Turner in 16th position and Kyle Matthews still in 17th position as they are lined up single file. On board Dylan Poteet's car. See how fast he goes into turn number 1. About 165 miles an hour to turn number 1 he goes. Now down to about 117. Through turns 1 and 2. Now on the back stretch here, let's see how fast he goes. He's falling behind Levi McIntyre, 167 miles per hour in turn number 3. And down to about 121 through 3 and 4. Floors that throttle here. And up again to 165 miles an hour into turn 1. Lapping by the 8 car of Matt Haas. And whoa, Kev Shear moving him up the track here. Now here comes Dylan Young to the inside lane. Lap car kind of presenting some problems here for Kev Shear as now Young goes to the inside. Now Joshua Coward will duck to the inside now in the 43 machine. And Matt Haas now trapped behind Shear at the moment. Shear up the high side of the track. And oh, Dylan Young about ran him up in the wall just about to come out of turn number 2. And Seth Cole's also been run up the track now. And here comes Levi McIntyre. Dylan Poteet, Jessica Shelton, And Seth's trying to go up to the outside of McIntyre position here. McIntyre on the outside by SKF Ford. Poteet with the right side camera on his machine right here. Right there alongside Seth Cole. Hello, Seth. And now Shelton's up the high side now, and here comes John Arndt going to join in on the fun. And now Poteet will take, that was the 10th position. Shelton squeezes between Poteet and John Arndt. And you remember, Shelton and Arndt went at it for the lead at Rockingham, the last stop on the tour in the AC Delco 400. And now that's letting Dalton Day and Charles Sanford into the mix now, the 20 and the 60. Kyle Matthews has gotten by Jesse Turner for the 16th position. Kyle driving the 2000 Kellogg's paint scheme. He'll drive this scheme at Homestead as well. I'm like a picture of what Kyle's thinking right now. Oh no, deja vu. And I'm not going to go into details on that story neither. Anyway, closing up on 10 laps to go already here. That's 34 in the books, 13 to go. Still Keith Batson and Trent Dunham as they have battled all day long at Phoenix at the moment. Lap traffic up ahead is going to depend again on who has the better run to the traffic here. Off corner number 4, Keith Batson now has 12 laps to go. Trent Dunham looking for his first win of the season. Osborne looking for his second, just like Batson is. And Andrew Perry and Cole Deaver also looking for their second wins of the season as well. Perry was the winner, as we said, at the second race at Michigan on the Pure Michigan 400, while Cole Deaver won the first stop at Dover, the FedEx Autism Speaks 400. And I tell you, for Cole Deaver, it's been a dream season for him. And of course, not just because of how he's running right now, but the fact he gets to drive the car of a driver he has, I guess you might say, idolized for a long, long time here with Dale Earnhardt. Of course, the big Dale Earnhardt family, as we mentioned a lot for Cole Deaver. In fact, he finally gets to drive the number 3 GM Goodwrench machine. Well, a dream is fulfilled, I guess you might say, for him. Of course, he'll also drive the number 3 GM Goodwrench scheme next season in the Advocare Truck Series as well, which that will be under the NNSCRA banner next season, believe it or not. That is if Seth okays it. Laps are clicking off. We're down to 9 laps to go. Batson staying out in front. Dunham in second spot. Running up on the back of Emmanuel Hartnett in the 0-1 car as they close up on the Daytona 500 champ. Dunham looking to the inside of the racetrack now. Off corner number 4. Trent has to back it off just a little bit. Now Osborne's closing up on the back of Dunham. Batson up the track he goes. Dunham looks inside. No dice. Now see what happens through turns 3 and 4 now. Batson's going to try to go inside of Hartnett. Hartnett gives him room. He goes loose. He gets loose a little bit in the turn number 3. Now dive inside of Andrew Davis, and he'll also try to drive inside of the 15 of Chris Dodd. 7 to go, and here comes Dunham to the inside of Batson again. No dice again, and now off turn number 2. Dunham looks outside. Whoa, Batson got loose there trying to get around Chris Dodd. And Dunham's trapped behind Dodd. Here comes Osborne for second. 3 wide there between Dunham, Osborne, and the lap car Chris Dodd. Let's see who has position as they go into turn number 1. It's going to be Osborne, and Dodd just about got up in front of Andrew Perry in the 33 car, as he and Cole Deaver now battled up for 4th position. Now the 42 and the 1 are going to try to hook up and try to go back to the back bumper of the 88 of Batson again. In the meantime, Cole Deaver looking for 4th inside of Andrew Perry as now Dylan Young goes inside now along with Kev Shearer. Shearer's behind there, and also Joshua Collard in 43. Levi McIntyre going by Dylan Poteet. Poteet goes to the track now. Poteet now in the wrath of Jessica Shelton for position. That's for the 10th position. Shelton running in running in 11th is Shelton. Laps are clicking off there. We'll be down to 3 laps to go for Keith Batson in car 88, the Ford Quality Care Service Ford Credit Ford Taurus. He won the Napa No Hellfire down at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and looks for a second win of the season. But closing up is Joshua Osborne and Trent Dunham. And Osborne, like Batson, also looking for a second win of the season. He won the Winston 500 at Talladega. Off to number 4 they come. They don't have far to go. They're now down to 2 laps to go in the race here. Daniel Olson up ahead in 29. Let's see how Batson handles him. They're closing up on the lap traffic. Osborne still closing in that Chevrolet. All trying to chase that blue and white. All trying to chase that blue oval Ford. Through the third turn they go here. Olson shuts the door on Batson. Osborne closing up the white flag waves. 1 to go. Olson goes up the high side of the track. Batson goes inside. 1 lap to go. What's going to happen on the final lap of the race here? Osborne's made it all up. Here comes Batson up the high side. Osborne dives inside of the racetrack here. Batson throws to Brock. Now Kat Tellier. That's a teammate for Batson, really, for KAB Enterprises. She goes up the high side. Batson trapped behind Tellier, but he's got it made. But nonetheless, he's got it made. Keith Batson wins at Phoenix. Keith Batson, who has gone so freaking long between wins since season 13, I believe, at Richmond. He finally had that jinx broken at Atlanta this season, and now he's won twice this season as he takes home the Subway Fresh Fit 500 at Phoenix. Joshua Osborne a close battle for second, and Trent Dunham a great racing. Trent Dunham even racing with a heavy heart still comes home a great third place win for him. Cole Deaver comes home 4th. 5th will be Andrew Perry. 6th will go to Dylan Young. Kev Shearer in for 7th. 8th position will be Joshua Collard. Levi McIntyre 9th, and holding off Shelton for 10th is Dylan Poteet. Average speed 134.002, the average speed of the race. And so 35 are in the books, and 1 remains at Homestead Miami Speedway. It's all down to Ford Championship weekend. And congratulations, of course, to Keith Batson for winning the Subway Fresh Fit 500. Rest of the finishing order, Jessica Shelton, another solid day, finishing in 11th. 12th will go to Seth Cole. 13th to John Arndt. 14th will go to Dalton Day. Charles Sammer got held off Kyle Matthews for 15th, so Charles does get a little bit points-wise, but it's still a little bit of a shot here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Jesse Turner 17th, 18th will go to Chelsea Bowles, 19th will go to Matt McIntyre. Zach Flickinger will finish in 20th position. Rest of the finishing order, Michael Turner 21st, 22nd will go to Quentin Moore, 23rd will be Jonathan Zorlin. Ryan George 24th, Jordan Anderson 25th, Johnny Gardner 26th position in this race here today. Jason Haywood 27th, 28th will go to Mike Becker. JT Bryant 29th, Carson Gum 30th, 31st will go to Benjamin Miles. Joshua Sakuli 32nd, 33rd will be Zachary Fitzwater. Dougie Shears 34th, and Kat Tellier, the last car in the lead lap, finishing in 35th position. Cars 1 lap down or more. Actually, all of them are 1 lap down. Daniel Olson, Chris Dodd, Emmanuel Hartnett, Andrew Davis, and Matt Haas. Becca Tellier out of the race because of a broken camshaft. on the engine, which I think tells me, of course, the broken camshaft tells me that Becca Taylor very much overwhelmed that car on the RPM range, had more RPMs than the engine can handle, and thus, of course, over-revved the cam and broke it on her number 12 Mobil 1 Ford. But nothing broke for Keith Batson except, of course, a great battle for today's event at Phoenix. But his number 488 Ford Quality Care Service Ford Credit Ford Taurus 1999 model wins today at Phoenix, his second of the season. And the points will be distributed for you here today after this race at Phoenix as we go down to the finale at Homestead, Miami Speedway for the Ford EcoBoost 400. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. You'll find everything on this channel here in our races, gaming videos, YWC Wrestling, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for this channel. And be sure to check out Seth's series as well on that same channel as well, as the NNSCRA Hershey's Cup series and Pizza Hut X series is hot and heavy and still going strong, as of course we always like to say for that channel. Anyway, so be sure to check all those races out here. As congratulations again to Keith Batson for this win here in the Subway Fresh Fit 500. One race to go at Homestead Miami Speedway, and we'll see you there. So for now, this is James Qualls. This has been production in the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best.